Hello, Loya, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello, hi, hello. Please, can you hear me now? Is it fine now? Do you think you can hear me now? Is it okay now? Good. Okay, awesome. I'm really sorry. I really don't know what caused that little glitch, but I'm happy that now I am very audible. So, good evening once more to everybody. Thank you so much, Siguela, for making me know that I was having this little audio issue, and once more sorry. Okay, thank you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for remaining on the call. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, my name is Lorian, and I am a trainer with Impact Her. And obviously, for today's session, I am not alone. You have Amarachi in the moderation comment, or in the comment section, sorry, to do the moderation. She's going to be there to make sure that she has all your questions answered, right? Okay, now we've taken 5 minutes. We are just going to dive into the session. Meanwhile, if you just came in and you have not yet introduced yourself, please do so. Tell us where you're joining us from. Okay, please tell us where you are joining us from, your name. Okay, so let's get to know each other. I already told you guys that my name is Lorian. Now let's dive deeper into our today's class. What would we be looking at today? We have three agendas to cover this evening. And the first thing we are covering today is discovering Google Workspace. Okay. First of all, we're going to look at what is Google Workspace all about, what does it mean? So we are discovering Google Workspace. And the second thing, okay, I don't know if my slides are visible too. Please let me know. Okay. Okay, have they moved now, please? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I don't think they are. Right. So I'm just going to do. Reloading there right away. Okay, now this is not. No, it's fine. I think now they are going to be fine. Now they are okay. Apologies, apologies for that. So, hi Nora, Esther, hi everybody, and apologies for that. So I was already presenting the agenda to you all. So the first point we'll be having today is a discovery of Google Workspace, how to boost communication across your business, and then leveraging on tools to increase collaboration. So this is what we are looking at today. This is our agenda for the evening. One, discovering Google Workspace. Two, boosting communication across your business. Three, leveraging tools to increase collaboration. But now, you already know that Google is offering a free bootcamp, right? I guess we all want to scale with our business. We all want to take our businesses to another level. So this is a very great opportunity. Now, let me tell you a little bit of what you stand to gain from this bootcamp. The first thing is you first of all have an overview of your business strategy. You know when it's working, when it's not working. You will learn about sales. You learn how to sell. You learn about some really tips for success. You're going to learn about digital marketing. You're going to have details. You're even going to have practical sessions. You even learn about how to do an elevator pitch. In fact, it's a very awesome training. And obviously, I'm encouraging everybody who has not yet signed up to do so. So the link is going to be dropped in the chat section and you will be able to register. So if you haven't yet registered, please do so, right? The Hustle Academy Bootcamp is really awesome. Now, let's start with one question for today. What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? I know that as business owners and workers, we have some tools that we use to keep communications flowing, to keep it fluent. Okay, so what are the tools that you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? Let me know in the comment section. What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? It could be this. It could be that, right? I don't really want to give you guys alternatives because I know you guys already have some tools. So I'll just like you people to please share with us in the comment section what tools do you normally use to communicate and collaborate within your business. Okay, so what tools do you normally use to collaborate and communicate within your business? Please let us know in the comment section. So while we are dropping all those comments, let me now say a warm welcome to Sile. Sile, you are very welcome. Hi Flora, good evening, you're welcome. Good evening, Norcy. Norcy has really been a very consistent person. Like even Flora, I guess Sile too. Hi Esther, good evening, welcome. Hi Lydia. So it's so nice to see all of you people and everybody on the call. We are really very happy to have you guys on today's session. So please tell us, which tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate? Please let us know in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section. Meanwhile, if you have not yet, subscribe to the channel, do well to do so because you will not miss any of the content coming up. You wouldn't miss any of the content coming up. I am not yet seeing any comments, but then I'll just continue. But please feel free to drop them in the chat section. Which tools do you use to communicate, to collaborate? Which tools do you use to communicate, to collaborate? WhatsApp. Thank you so much, Norcy. WhatsApp. Awesome. That's a very great response. So, like Norcy, they can be WhatsApp. Okay, you can use your email. You can use maybe other communication tools like softwares like Asana and a lot more, right? but just let me know what is particular to you. What is the thing that you use for your business? Currently, where I work, we use a lot of tools, right? We collaborate via Google Docs, we collaborate via WhatsApp, via our emails, and a lot more. But what about you people? Okay, so which tools do you use to collaborate? Now, let me continue. Let's all discover what Google Workspace is all about. So, Google Workspace, I'm pretty sure some people may be asking themselves, what is Google Workspace? If anybody had ever heard about G Suite, today G Suite has transformed and G Suite is now Google Workspace. Now, another question, do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how? Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how do you use it? Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how? In fact, before we even get currently using Google Workspace, who knows who has ever heard about Google Workspace? Okay, thanks so much, Sile. Sile said social media. Email. Okay, okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for dropping in those responses. Now, can you tell me if you've ever heard about Google Workspace? One, first thing, have you ever heard about Google Workspace? Two, have you ever used or do you currently use Google Workspace? If so, how are you using the Google Workspace? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so as we move forward, I'm just going to give you, first of all, a definition about Google Workspace. So, what is Google Workspace? Google Workspace, formerly known as G Suite, is the collection of cloud computing, productivity, and collaboration tools, software, and products developed and marketed by Google. Now, I'm going to put this in very simple English. Google Workspace are all the tools made available by Google to help us navigate and fluently work on the digital sphere. So there are all those tools that Google is putting in place for us to collaborate, for us to navigate the internet, and for us to use the internet correctly. So this is Google Workspace. You see all those tools that, like, the Gmail that we know, the sheets that we know, and a lot more. All those tools enter what we call the Google Workspace, and it's actually used for us to have work fluently, softly, effectively online. And all these tools are made available by Google. Now, this little quiz here. Can somebody please tell me the name of all the various tools available on the screen? Can somebody please tell me or give me the names of all the tools available on the screen? I know that some people are looking at some icons and they know they've seen these icons before. Yes, I know you've seen these icons before. So, can you now tell me which icon is which, or just let me know? Give me the names of all the icons that you know. They must not be everything, and you must not have everything right. And remember, we don't have no wrong or right answers. We are all here to learn, participate, to share. Just tell me from the icons that you're seeing, which ones you know, which one, just list the ones you know. Okay, I'm heading over to the comment section to see. Okay, Nurse said no. So don't know about Google Workspace. Fine, we're all here to learn. Sile is seeing Gmail. Sile, go ahead. I know you're going to see something else. Apart from Sile, who is seeing again? Let us know in the comment section. I know you guys are seeing a lot. I know some things are coming to your mind. Just think. Just think. I'm giving it like Google Meet. Nice, funny, nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Spot on. There's Google Meet. Yeah. Another tool. Another tool. Somebody that's going to give me something other than Gmail and Google Meet. What else can you see on the screen? Google Drive. Awesome, Fanny. You got that very right. Yeah. Fanny has found 2 plus 1 from Sile. So 3 have already been found. There's one that is very common. I just want you to look at it and then know it. Think again, think again. You guys will get there. Other tools, I'm still waiting for more responses before I finally give the answers. One more minute and then I'll give the answer. Please, can somebody else tell me which tools are available? One more, two more. Please, let's all not be shy. We are all here to Google Calendar. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was waiting for. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, now I'm going to help you guys with all the answers. There's Gmail, there's calendar. Okay, from the left to the right, right? From the left to the right of the screen, we have Gmail, we have calendar, we have Drive, we have Meet, we have Google Docs, we have Google Sheets, we have Google Slides, Google Sites, Google Forms, Google Keep, mm, Google Search Console, I think Chats, and then Jamboard. I don't know if that's current or Search Console. That last the icon down, but I'll think about it. But these are let me list them again: Mail, Calendar, Drive, Meet, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Sites, Forms, Keep, current. I think that icon is current. I'm hesitant between current and search console, but I think it's one of them. And then charts and Jamboard. So these are all the tools that are available on the Google Workspace. And trust me, they are very interesting. They are very particular, and all of them have a lot of tools. Now we are going to discover how to use all of these tools available on the Google Workspace. Now, first of all, can we look at the core functionality of the Google Workspace? The very first thing is you can create documents and presentations. You can create a document, Word, the normal Word that maybe you've had the habit of using. We equally have it on Google. That's what we call Docs, Google Docs. And this gives you the possibility to create documents. Okay, and for presentations we have Google Slides, right? The second core functionality is you can record, analyze, and present data. And for this we have sheets, we have um we have forms. Okay, don't bother, we are going to dive deeper into this. We can brainstorm ideas, manage projects, and store files. Then to finish, we communicate globally. So these are the core aspects, the core functionality that you can carry on with Google Workspace. Now, when we're talking about creating documents and presentations, like I earlier mentioned, the two major tools are Google Docs and then Google Slides. Google Docs is that tool that permits you to write up, to write projects, to write text. It's actually your blank page which permits you to write everything, to create documents on the internet. And the real good thing is you can do this in real life. You can be communicating or collaborating with your colleague on one document in real time. Okay, I personally today only use Docs, right? Docs.google.com to access Google Docs, and slides.google.com to access Google Slides. So if you're looking for a way to present slides, to collaborate on these slides, to share these slides with somebody without necessarily downloading them, Google Slides is definitely going to be your friend. So in order for you to create documents and presentation, these are the two tools that are available for you. Now, when we're talking about recording, analyzing, and then presenting this data, the two major tools here are Google Forms and Sheets. And Google Forms, you can do what we call a questionnaire. Say you want to carry out a survey, you want to know what people are thinking, and you want to record it all in one document. You use Google Forms to do this. And the advantage with Google Forms is you don't only, take all this data, but it equally helps you to partition the data. If you have not yet tried Google Forms, I would obviously advise you to do so. It's a very, very interesting tool. The next is Sheets. Sheets is like the calculation software in quotes, because Sheets is normally used to present numbers, data, and all that. With forms, maybe you can even have people make sentences. But Sheets, we all know that is, to arrange the calculations and all those details. So Sheets is there to actually help you record the data. And good thing is you can structure it in many ways. You have the possibility of of creating many sheets, sheet 1 for this, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, and so on and so forth. So here we have the two major tools for recording, analyzing, and presenting data. Now let's continue to our benefits brought about by Google Workspace. Obviously, right, there's a lot of things that you gain when you are using these tools. The first thing is there's increased collaboration. Remember, I told you, you have the possibility to work in real time on these documents. So you can be working on your document, and at the same time, your colleague too is working on this same document. So it's a benefit because it permits you guys to work in collaboration, and that improves it. Because if you can have somebody's comments or answer in instant, it makes work really interesting and easier. The second thing is there is improved communication. How so? By the tools that are made available, whether it's via email, whether it's via chat. Google has made it in such a way that there's every tool for every purpose: recreational, serious. You find a tool, and that makes communication actually easy. You work smarter because you don't always maybe have to download, you don't always maybe have to print, and there is the possibility to work in real time and online. Okay, good thing is you can actually work online and offline. Like this Google Workspace is actually very, very awesome. Okay, third thing is enhanced security. How come? Because you only have access to somebody's document when you are given the permission to. So it's not something that is randomly available. It's when you are given the permission to that you have access. So it's actually well kept to make sure that information is protected, data is protected, and that people's personal details are well secured. So these are the benefits brought to you by Google Workspace. Now, let's talk about increasing collaboration. Google Workspace stores your information in the cloud, enabling you to share documents and files with ease, track changes, comment with ideas, and work with colleagues across projects. So there are a lot of things that you can do via the Google Workspace, because if you are using Google Docs, obviously you can track changes. You can even have the old version. Okay, imagine that your colleague sends you a document or shares a document with you, and you have to edit that document. Okay, when you're maybe editing the new version, there is a way that you can actually see the previous version. There's some really very interesting methods of collaboration that you have when you use the Google Workspace. The second thing is there's improved communication. You can actually use some very interesting cool tools to make communication enhanced. That is Gmail, Google Meet, Google Current, and Google Chat. And I told you, the advantage is you can live from recreational to professional, and you have all those tools available via the Google Workspace. You know, our emails are mainly professional, right? But if you want your team members to communicate amongst each other, you can go ahead and say, okay, let's use Google Chat. You know, that makes it more recreational. If they want to have video conferencing, they do not just want to communicate via messages, but they want to see themselves in real time, they can go to Google Meet. So the communication is really enhanced thanks to the tools available on Google Workspace. Now, you can work smarter. How so? You can collect, analyze, turn data into insights. You streamline your workflows and processes, store and manage the files, communicate and collaborate via one central system. So not only do you have the possibility to present or to work on this data, but you can actually gather it, you can store it up, and all of this is available. If you have your Google Forms, it's automatically linked to your Drive, right? So you can always come back to that form if you want that information. If you have worked on a sheet, it's automatically registered in your Drive. So it makes information, tracking information really easier and most adequate. It's really very interesting, and obviously you are working smarter. So let's fast forward to the last benefit, which is securely store files and data. You can store documents, files, and data on the cloud via Google Drive. Okay, you're going to use the admin console to centralize all administration, manage users, restrict access. In fact, you're going to use the admin console to handle how you are working on this sphere. It's there to actually make sure that everything is kept securely. the access that you're giving. Is this person okay? You can give, and after that you can withdraw. So everything is actually made very securely. Now, let's say you have to create your Google Workspace account. The very first step you need to do is go to workspace.google.com/sign up/business starter. Workspace.google.com/sign up/business starter. This is how you create. Step 2, you input your business name. Step 3, you're going to add your contact details. Step 4, you choose your domain. Step 5, you update your business address. And then step 6, set up your login details. So this is what you can do when you want to create your Workspace account. And trust me, it's very easy. Okay, so now you have a lot of people in your organization, and you want all of them to have like the same domain name. Please create a Workspace account. It's really going to make things very, very professional. All right, and it's very easy, and trust me, it's not that expensive. So you pay something really little at the end of and then you can have access to all these tools, all of them. So it's very, very, very interesting. Now, after we've seen the process to create, let's talk about how you get set up on Google Workspace. First of all, you create your business email. Second thing is you add team members and users. And then the third thing is you migrate your data and you import files. So you create your business email, you add team members and users, then you migrate your data and import files. Okay? This is how you get set up. So what did we just see? We had an overview of what Google Workspace is all about, from the definition to the core functionality of Google Workspace, whether it's in improving collaboration, whether it's in improving communication. Then we looked at the tools that help us do so. We fast forwarded to the benefits of using Google Workspace, and we looked at how to create your Workspace account, and equally how to set it up. So far, do we have questions concerning Google Workspace? Good evening, Gazi. You are welcome. Do we have questions concerning Google Workspace? So, silence does not always consent. So, do we have questions right now concerning what we just shared? If we don't have any question, we can as well, highlight the fact that we don't have any question. It's still okay. But we just want to make sure that you're understanding the session, and that you know how you're going to put this into practice. We want to make sure that it's the most digestible possible. Okay, our aim is you need to be able to put all this into practice. So make sure that if you have questions, do well to notify. We are always going to come back on some point. Okay, I am still not seeing. Thank you, Ngozi, for saying that you're following. It's really awesome to see that. I'm still not seeing no question. All right, we are just going to dive to our second agenda. If you have anything coming up, please drop it in the comment section. Okay, we're always going to return to it and answer. Thank you for that comment, Sile. So you don't have any question, right? Okay. Now let's go to the second part. Boosting communication across your business. Now, we've discovered Google Workspace. We've all seen that it's a very, very great tool, or very great embodiment of tools for your business. Now, how do you go about boosting communication across your business with Google Workspace? First of all, let me ask a question. Which tools do you think you can use to boost or to improve communication via Google Workspace? Which tools do you think you can use to improve or boost communication via Google Workspace? Please let me know. We spoke about some tools lately to improve communication. So if you have an idea, maybe I should list all the tools all together for you. we have Gmail, we have Google Drive, we have Google Meets, we have Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Forms, Google Sites, Google Keep, Google Currents, Google Chat, and we have Jamboard. I just listed them all together. So amongst all these skills that I just listed, which do you think can help you boost communications? Let me check the chat section. Okay, Sile, this question you're asking in what instances is what we are going to answer. We are now looking at how you can boost communication via Google Workspace. Okay, so let me first of all know from you, amongst all the tools that I just listed, when you hear them, let me list them again, and then you tell me from these tools that you're hearing me list, which can help you boost communication. The first, okay, I said there is Gmail. The second, Drive. The third, Google Meets, and then there's Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Sites, Google Forms, Google Keep. Okay, we have Currents, Google Currents, Google Chats, and we have Jamboard. When you hear all these names, which do you think can help you boost communication? Which do you think is adequate to boost communication? Norcy, by the way, I see you put a lot of dots and then east. Do you want to say something? Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. And it's really a little bit weird. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. Google Chat. Nice, Esther. Nice, 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 nice. Google Chat. What about Google Meet? Anyways, let's discover together the tools that can help us boost communication. So these are the key communication tools that we have on the Google Workspace. Now, Sile, remember we first of all did an overall presentation of the Google Workspace. Now we are going deeper into their uses. Now, when we talk about boosting communication, you want to communicate within your organization, with your business members, with your partners, or with your employees, or you even want to communicate maybe with external partners. These are the key tools in the Google Workspace that you can use. We have Gmail. I'm very sure that we have once in our lives created a Gmail account. Okay, for once maybe a Gmail. So Google Mail is the short way to say Google Mail is Gmail. So we have Gmail. You can send your professional email addresses. You send professional emails, to your partners, your employees, and it's a very key communication tool. And the main thing is you need to know that it's being kept, it keeps communication real professional. Then we have the video conferencing tool, which is Google Meet, that permits you to have communication in real time on the video with your colleague, with your partners. We have Google Currents, that is equally a chat, it has a chat functionality. And then we have Google Chats, which is really more relaxed. So these are the key communication tools. Now let's look at them deeper. Now, communicate at ease using Google's free email tool. You can send files, you can create groups and mailing lists, you can access the integrated calendar in order to stay connected and up to date. So Google Calendar does not only permit you to, Google Mail, does not only permit you to send emails, but you have other functionalities like creating whole groups for mails. If you want to sell grouped emails, you do that via Google Mail. If you want your incorporated calendar, if you want to mark maybe an appointment or a reminder to send a mail to somebody, you do that equally via the incorporated calendar in your Google Mail. The second thing, or the second tool we'll be looking at today, is Google Meet. You keep your team connected with this video conferencing tool, which is actually very interesting. Okay, Google Meet is very, very awesome. You you can do what we call breakout rooms. You can be in a session and you say, oh no, we want to split ourselves into smaller groups. You can do that via Google Meet. You can even have a board, okay? And very commonly with our Jamboard, you can have your whiteboard when you guys are sharing answers and posting it on the call. Google Meet is a very, very great and awesome communication tool, okay? Then we have Currents. Now, what is Google Currents? If you want to increase employees, foster more meaningful conversations, and stay connected, working towards a common goal, build a community, and ensure employees can communicate. It is current. So current is actually a form of chat, but here it's still for work. It's still work inclined. It's still more serious, but more chat. Okay. The next is now Google Chat. It's the direct messages to group conversation. Group chat is actually the tool that helps the communication more fluid and efficient. You can easily text your colleague, oh, I want you to come to this task, I want you to come to this other task. So this is what you can do with Google Chat. Now, let's talk about the top tips to maximize your communication. Okay, what are top tips to maximize communication? First thing is you should always seek to recreate in-person communication. And how can you do this? You can do this via the meets. You can do this via chat, and it's very important. It's very important that even if you have to work with collaborators and they're miles apart, they still need to feel like you guys are in the same zone. So one thing is to do well to recreate in-person communication. The second thing is you need to be very organized. Very, very organized. The third is creating mailing lists so that you know that when you want to channel this information, it's all going to this spot. You can set up project or team rooms. So if you're trying to maximize communications with your partners or with your business, within your business, with your employees within your business, these are the top tips. You will create in-person communication. You need to stay organized. You need to create team mailing lists. You need to set up project or team rooms. Okay. Now, when we're talking about creating in-person communication, what are the things? First of all, schedule regular team calls and check-ins via Google Meet and Hangouts. Very important. Why? You have the Meet gives you the possibility to see your colleague. You can talk in real time. You can hear the person's voice, and it's very key in creating in-person communication. You can connect with your colleagues and teams across the globes. Okay, you can brainstorm ideas, work on team projects, and hold virtual events. Join from mobile and desktop devices. So these are all the few tips that you can use when trying to recreate in-person communication. Now, how do you stay organized? How do you stay organized? With our very awesome tool, Google Calendar. Google Calendar is a very important tool in improving communication across teams. How? Because you know when your colleague is available or not available with respect to his or her calendar. You know when your partner is available or not available. When you set a date on your calendar is really important. You can actually track meetings, you can track training sessions, you can track vacations, and many more just via the calendar. You can even get yourself to reminders about public holidays, in your country and out of your country. Say now your business is international. You use calendar to be organized. You know that, okay, maybe on this day for this my partner, he or she will not be available because this is a public holiday, and you can have all these incorporated in your Google Calendar. It's a very great tool. So to access calendar, simple calendar.google.com. Now, creating team mailing lists. How do you create team mailing lists? First of all, you create a Google Groups email list, okay? That's in your Gmail. You send status updates, you share resources, you increase visibility, and then you foster community. So creating team mailing list is very easy. You go to your Google and then you look at all the various contacts that you want to group together. Okay. And what are the advantages? You can send status updates, you can share resources. Good thing is one to many. A Google group permits you to send one email to most of your colleagues, so it's very awesome. Now, set up projects or team rooms. You can Help team members stay connected by creating a room in Google Chat or chat in Gmail. You can encourage your team members to network with each other, share project ideas, and create stronger sense of community. This is what you can do with trying to set up projects or team rooms. So we have just completed the second part where we try to look at how to boost communication amongst teams. So I hope that this answers Sile's question where she was asking about how or what they use. You see, you can boost communication via all the tools that we just mentioned. Yeah, Sile, I promise you, I like this Google Calendar. It's very, very awesome. Thank you so much for being so interactive. It's true. To be very honest, it's true that in-person communication is best because the problem with technology sometimes is a problem of perception. Or somebody can say something, but another person can perceive it differently, maybe because of a mail. That is why we encourage to recreate in-person communication, and that's why we are really opting for video calls, because on the call you can explain, you guys can talk, and you guys can come to common agreement. It's really important to always have group calls and really good to organize yourself via the Google Calendar. Do you even know that you can schedule a call via Google Calendar? It's a very awesome tool. I really thumbs up to that tool. If you're not using it yet, check it out. It's very interesting. The workspace from Google is awesome. If you're maybe trying to build a free website, you don't know how to go about it, go to sites.google.com. It's equally a tool in the workspace, and you're going to learn how to just create a website by just dragging and dropping. So awesome, so easy, so straightforward. So, are there questions? Do we have questions concerning what has just been shared? We were on boosting communication. No questions. If there are no questions, please can we mention that we don't have any questions, or what are the questions, please? Before we get to the last part, let me know if you have any questions. Hey, any questions? If we don't have any questions, we can as well mention that we don't have any questions so that we can move forward. Okay? Okay. So I'll just, move forward. And obviously, please, you can drop your questions in the comments. I'm going to come back to look at all those questions, the questions that I've missed. Thank you so much, Ngozi, for saying you don't have a question. Thank you. What about the others? Do we have questions? Esther, any question? I know Sile would ask a question if she does have, but you too. Norcy, I asked about these these dots, and I did not have any response. Norcy, Lydia, oh, Fanny, Flora Addison. Flora, where has Flora gone to? Flora, do you have any question, please? Okay, let me continue to the third part. Leveraging on tools to increase collaboration. So we looked at Google Workspace. Now we looked at boosting communication in our businesses. Now let's look at the tools that can help us improve collaboration. So out of all the tools that I have been sharing so far, which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration? Which tools do you think we can use to increase collaboration? So, do you want me to list the tools all over? I can take it. I can take it. Let me start from the beginning. We have Gmail, we have Google Drive, we have Google Meets, then we have Google Docs, we have Google Sheets, we have Google Sites, we have Google Slides, we have Google Forms, Google Keep, we have the current, chat, and the Jamboard. Which tools do you think you can use to increase collaboration? Now, let me know from you. Okay, thanks so much, Sile. Thanks so much. So, which tools can you use to increase collaboration? Just let me know which tools can you use to increase collaboration. Okay, now let me just help you people. Let's not take time here. Now, when we're talking about collaborating across projects and across teams, what do we see them we can brainstorm on ideas. Okay, sorry, there was a little glitch there. Let me look at the comments that were made. Google Drive. Oh, sorry, Norcy. Sorry. Don't bother. You can always rewatch the session. Okay? Just do well to fill in the attendance forms as it has been dropped. So you can bring some ideas, share working files, make suggestions, and tag colleagues. And then you can track changes. Now, let's look at some tools that can help us improve collaboration. We have the Jamboard. So, Jamboard is actually a whiteboard. You know the normal whiteboards that we have, but it's a digital whiteboard. So you can actually use it to share ideas during a session. You know, you have sticky notepads where you can share ideas, you can draw. Okay, it's connected to the cloud and enables people in different locations to work together in real time through multiple touch points. So Jamboard is really a very awesome tool. The next tool we have here is Google Drive. Like Abraham Jobs said in the chat, Google Drive permits you to store files on the cloud via Drive, enabling you to share working documents, presentations, and sheets with ease. You can actually encourage collaboration and work from one central file. Okay, so do that. You can edit your documents in real time, reducing the need to send files back and forth, suggest changes, comment with ideas, and tackle this to increase visibility and boost. So this is how you can leverage on collaboration. Okay, you can track changes like we all mentioned. You can use Jamboard. You can share files with the document. You can see who edits, who does not. You can restrict access. You can restrict access. So Google Workspace offers a lot of tools for collaboration, a lot of tools for communications. Do we have questions at this point? Again, do we have questions at this point? While we are all dropping our questions, remember that Google is offering a free boot camp, okay, that is going to help your business scale. So go to the link that's going to be dropped again in the chat section, and then you can click on it, register. It's really going to be awesome for your business. What are your next steps? If you're looking to learn further, please do that with learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. Okay, you will learn a lot, and obviously you're going to get certified. You can find us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Digital Skills for Africa, Digital Skills AF. You can equally find Impact Harm on all those social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and equally LinkedIn. Do well to drop us a comment there. Okay, tell us how the session went. Right. So thank you so much for being with us on today's session. Apologies for what happened in the beginning. We hope that this session was interesting. If you missed out on anything, do well to always come back, rewatch, learn. You can subscribe to the channel. It's really going to be very interesting for you, so you don't miss up on very key tools that are coming up, or key details that are going to come up. Thank you so much for being around, and have a very great evening.